All right.
Ritesh,
Yep.
have you covered row level security?
Uh, yeah. In this session, I will cover this row level security as well. No worry.
Okay.
Hey, hi Karthik. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Nitesh.
So we have just started. Just give me a moment, please. So, all right, guys. So let's begin. I'm going to. Okay. So when you ask me for the row level securities, so let me tell you for the row level securities. See, it works only when you know you are into Tableau server environment. That means when you have created AD group, and the AD group is nothing but a bucket wherein all the members, people whom you want to provide the access to your dashboard. So probably all those IDs, that employees IDs, etc., that you can add into that AD group, and using that AD group, maybe you can. There are into Tableau. So let me show you something like. In calculated field we have you know something called user user functions. So here in the user function we have like various things like is member of. Okay, so is member of, when you write is member of, and when your AD group, whatever AD group it exists, so for example is member of, and then I can write my AD group. Within the parenthesis I will define my particular AD group, and this AD group, the people that especially that Tableau server admin people, they used to provide this AD group, or maybe some other folks also who are actually handling this. So that AD group basically you can mention here inside that parenthesis, and if they are so for example how you can use your if function. If member is of AD group, then true. That's it. And yeah. So this formula basically, it's true, condition is valid because this is the string. So inside that, if it goes and check if this AD group exists, and if whatsoever, how many, the members, all the members who falls in this particular AD group, they all will have access of our dashboard. Okay. So let's say I'm just giving a name to it, um, row label, row label security. Okay. See that true and false, this thing has come now. So this is basically when I bring that onto filter, so it will provide me the value basis on uh, after executing it. It says null, and the reason being we do not have anything called AD group in my local environment, in my Tableau environment. But when you are when you have created AD group on your Tableau server, then this will actually execute. So it will provide you like true or false. So let's say you have 100 members, 100 people, you know are have access of it, and then you just created some AD group, and that AD group has just 10 people. So when you bring that, this formula, and that become two booleans formula. Okay, when you bring that onto filter self, here you will get true false. So true, that means people who are part of this AD
Ritesh,
group.
are you talking on mute, Ritesh?
Oh, my bad. Yeah, it was mute here. I'm so sorry
Okay.
about that.
I was wondering.
And I was keep going on for a long time. Oh my God.
Yeah, I thought maybe you're fixing something.
Uh,
That's fine.
okay, well. Thanks, Karthik, for letting me know that I was on mute. Well, sorry about that. So, Subhani, your questions you ask. Yeah. Okay, so you ask about the AD group. See, the AD group basically you can create that is member of and is username. So basically two things. If you are going to look at the individual user, then you can use is username, and then when you write is username, let me show you this form functions. So is username. So what it says, returns true if the current username matches the specified username, or false if it does not match. This function uses the Tableau server or Tableau online username when the user is signed in. Otherwise, otherwise it uses the local or network username for the Tableau desktop user. And see that what this provides you is member of. It returns true if the current user is a member of given group. Okay, or false otherwise. This uses the Tableau server to resolve group membership. So remember, when you have created the AD group, the member group, AD group is nothing but your member group, how many members are falling in that group. So if you have created certain that kind of member group on Tableau server, then only this will work. Okay, so let's say I have created something called AD group, and this AD groups contains all those people who I want to provide them access of my dashboard. So those people will have access. Other than these people, nobody will can see my dashboard. Okay, so this is called row level secure. Moreover, here, let's say you are creating a very comprehensive dashboard wherein different line of businesses data pertains to different line of businesses are there in your dashboard. But then you want only that respective line of business people should have access of their only their LOBs data. For example, let's say you have different LOBs, like LOB, I mean line of business. So you have LOBs like, let's say if you are a bank and you have like credit card, risk management, data analytics, operations, etc. So these are your different LOBs. Now you want only operation people will should have access of their operational data. They should not access to risk management data. They should not access to analytics data, etc. So if you want to do that, so for that you must have a field called LOB in your data. So corresponding to each rows label, there should be LOBs a specification also. So when you have LOBs, something like that in your data, so maybe you can write LOB is equal to let's say risk management. So something like that. And here again, you are going to write and conditions. So it is this row level security is nothing but in the way like you are going to write a formula, calculated field, and in that calculated field, basically you are just trying to restrict people whom you don't want to provide access, and that you bring on the filter shelf. And here you just select the true. So when you have true, that means only whenever you condition true, that means people who are part of this AD group as well as people who are belong to this LOB, only they will have access, and remaining all other will not have access. Whenever they will go to my dashboard, they will see a blank page. Nothing will show to them. So that way you can create a row level security. It's just part of your calculated field. It is not something very unique. It's just like, you know, once again, I can show you here underneath, yeah, it's part of your user functions. So user function, you have like all these things. Using this, you can create a row level security. Okay. For AD group is member of, or for individual user, you can use is username. Okay. So for example, let's see, I'm going to use is member name, what it's providing me. Um, yeah, so let me check if username. This is a functions. is username, and I'm not sure what is name of my computer. So let's see. I think uh, Navya is some name I have given here. So let's see if it's true. Then see if what it's okay. True. Yeah, that my computer name is Navya. So here it's my daughter name, and here I'm getting true. So why I'm getting true, because this name computer name is matches with the name I have specified, and this is for the individual user. Okay, so if a different username comes, then I won't be getting true value. So for example, let's see here. If I give, let's say, I'm passing my name, Ritesh. Okay, now let's see if what happened. Everything gone, because that this name is not equal to the computer look whatever the machine name, and the username is nothing but as per it will go as per your server name, or whatever name that you have given on your server, or maybe if not, then it will go as per your machine name locally which is available. So that it will go and identify. If the name matches, then only it will pass the true value. If not, then it will pass false value. Since we have selected true on the filter self, so uh, you know on the server view, only canvas view will be available, and that will become blank when things are not matching. Okay, now I'm going to start some of the dashboard on the sales superstore data itself. So this is my first dashboard. Okay, so let me quickly walk you through through this dashboard. So this is my executive overview about profitability. And here you can see like I have my top KPIs. The first row is basically for my all important KPIs which I'm showing on the top. So I have information like sales, profit ratios, profit per order, sales per customers, discount on an average, what discount I'm giving on my sales, and how much quantity that I sold. So these are all top level KPIs, high level numbers I am showing on the top, and then I am showing uh, you know read some of the trends. Can you put on mute? I'm getting lots of background noise. Please unmute when you want to talk. Okay, so this is like my trending for monthly sales product wise. So here for for different all my categories, I'm actually looking at the trends of my product, how they are going, how the sales are going across different tiers. And then also I have bifurcated by how much of my sales were profitable and non-profitable. Okay, so this blue and orange are blues are basically showing like all my part of sales which were profitable, and the orange is basically which are not profitable. So I can see like very small portion of my sales were not profitable for furnitures, and I can look at around for all those whatever that data point I have from 16 to 20 across all those years, I can see my sales value. And then for similarly, I can look at my office supply sales and my technology sales. Okay, and here here I'm looking by categories, and here I'm looking the same information by segment. So there are three segments. So for each segments, how the things are going on, what is the how the trend looks like. Okay, so I can see the trend like uh, over a period of time we are doing good, and I can also make a comparison whether which products are better, which products are performing better. So I can see like technologies has it's giving like good revenues than other two. So after technology, I think office supplies looks good, and then the list is furniture. Here I have like different markets location on the geo map. So on the geo map, basically I'm looking at how the different markets are performing. So the color divergence that I have selected on GeoMap, basically it's giving me profit ratios. So from negative 50% to positive 50%. So you can see that all the dark red colors or amber colors, basically these three colors are giving me negative profitabilities, and all blue and dark blues are towards higher side profit. So when I hover over, I can also look at what is the profit given by this. And on the hover over, I'm also trying to show the city wise information. So this is like Norway, and in Norway the overall profit is 24%. Okay, and also I have breakdown profit by the cities. So it just got one cities, that is Hammer, and that cities alone contributing that 24% overall. Okay, when you come down to let's say this color, so here it's um, Sweden, and here Sweden is negative 26%, and the profitability is down by 26%, and the city is Karlstad. And maybe if there are more cities, so here like Germany, I have like the percentage contribution profit contributions by Germany is 18% overall, and you want to look at the breakup of this 18% by city, then there you can see on this tooltip itself, the tooltips itself has a bar chart, and that bar chart is giving you breakup for this overall 18%, and that by cities. So you can look at all cities, how much they are contributing in the overall profit coming out of Germany. So likewise you can see, and the blue colors towards blue colors are like mostly which where we are making profit, and all the this colors, the red towards red, or this dark red color, amber colors, are my losses. So okay, so yeah, so that way. And moreover, when you want to filter this monthly sales by product categories or monthly sales by segment, maybe you can just select that any market. Let's say you want to look at the Norway, sales performance by categories or by segment, etc. Or maybe you want to filter the KPIs only for a particular market. So you just select this. When you select this particular market, all my data gets filters as per this country. So I can see for Norway, the sales was for this locations, Norway, the sales was just dollar euro 269, profit was 66 euro, and the in terms of percentage, profit ratio is 24%, and profit per order this much, and I sold just 11 quantity. So there is nothing much to show on the train. Okay, let's look at the other market. So I'm just going where I have. Okay, let us look at that UK. So when I go to UK, okay, so when I select UK, all my KPIs has been filtered for UK now, and my trending chart has also been filtered for UK. So I can only look at how the trend for UK, how the trend for my products, or for all three products in UK market, and here I can look at how the trend for all three segment in UK market. Okay, and all the sales, profit ratio I can look at for UK market. And here I have like filters, like I can choose the whatever start date and whatever end date I want for this order date. So if I want to narrow down my view, I want to look at only for particular start date and end date, that I can create, that I can choose from this order date. This is my start date range, and this is my end date. So this date slider, or maybe you can just scroll down this date slider and see that start date are changing. So either way, I can just narrow down my view, and I can look at only a specific time period. So for example, if I want to look at, let's say 26 June 17 to, maybe I want to look at some June June of 18. So this 1 year data I want to look at. So I have just filtered it now. In the UK market, I'm looking only for a specific time period. And here all my KPIs also been filtered for here. And yeah, and the profit ratio, if you want to filter profit ratio, you can do that. Moreover, you have like four reasons. So okay, so in this market, in this time period, only three reasons are contributing. If you want to filter by reasons, so you can choose this reason here. So okay, things are gone. So I have to, when I select any reason, then data will appear. Well, I think this is like, okay, this reason is basically on the country. So it is across all those, okay, all those global map has been, uh, you know, combined by the regions. So it's not a region in the country, but it's a top level filter. So it's region on the globe. So whole globe has been bifurcated into three regions. So I think this belongs to that. So let me just clear this filter. And to clear this filter, just here you have like cross button. You just click here, your filter will get cleared. So now when I clear, I'll get all my data. So here you can see like maybe what I can do instead of that. So yeah, so when you want to look at a particular region, let's say I want to look at central. So this is my central. I want to look at north. So this is my north region. And when I want to look at south, this is my south region. So that way I can look at particular regions, etc. Okay. Yeah. So that way, this is a completely interactive dashboard. On this dashboard, I can completely narrow down my view to a particular you know segmented target, a particular targeted segmented or segment area, or a or time range, a particular uh, you know fixed time range, and this time range I want to look at my data, or maybe I want to look at this particular region, or maybe specifically if I want to look at a particular country's data, that also I can filter from this country map itself by selecting that, and I can narrow down my views only for that particular uh, you know dimension that I want to look at. So that's about this dashboard. So this dashboard is, I have given a name of executive overview, and talks about all about the profitability. Here basically you are looking at and you are just trying to understand how the profit is driving from various market, from various and across our products, and from the different segments of our product. So let us build this dashboard from scratch and see like how I'm going to build that. So since already I have here, but now I'm going to start this from the scratch, and I'm going to start a new, wait, I have already opened a new workbook. So I'll create a new sheet, and in this new sheet, I'll go and first I'll build each of this view. So one more thing I can tell you here. So when we build a dashboard, basically you can see that there are various pages that we have created individually. For example, this is one page. So if I can bring you here, you can see that here I have created one KPIs, uh, you know KPIs page. So here I have all my key performance indicators. For that I have created one page. Okay, and for this country map, here also again I have some um, one page I have created dedicated for this one. So here on the geo map, I'm basically showing my across the region how is my profitability looks like, the profit ratios, and yeah, and hover over that, you can see that I have bring one sheet on the tooltips. So on this tooltips there has been created one extra sheet. That sheet basically gives you profit ratio by city. So when I unhide this, unhide all sheets on the sheet itself, so when I do that, I will get my yeah, tooltips profit ratio city. So this is the page which I have created, and that page what I have done, I have put it on the tooltips. So I'll show you how we can do that. In tooltips we can insert any pages. So I can insert a sheets from whatever sheet I have created, any sheet I have created which I want to show on the tooltip itself, that sheet I can bring it right here. So this one I have insert this sheet which I have created by cities. Okay, so that will come when I hover over. When I hover over, I will get those informations on the hover over itself. Okay, you can see that. Okay, all right. So I'm just giving you overview first. So when I will try, I'm trying to build this accordingly. Now, so this is one page. This is the another page which I have built. This is like monthly sales by product categories state. So here I have bring actually categories on the row shelf, and then we have like sum of sales and by the monthly, and this is the area chart, and we are splitting this area chart into two by profitable and non-profitable. Like we have seen like how we there is a calculated field order profitable or not, so we'll do that. And then similar to that, we have another you know worksheet here, and here the similar thing we are doing by segment, one at one place by categories and this place by segment. Okay, and all these are filter, we are trying to put them at this place, and we are going to group them together so this looks nice. And yeah, and any legends that we want to, so this is area that we have keep separately to show all our filters, legends, etc., and bring them at one place so that when user want to interact you know with filters, he can just come here and play with the filter, and he can filter out the data basis on what is need. So it's very yeah, so that's provide a lot of insight for on this dashboard. So let us see how we are going to build by ourselves on this on a new sheet. So I'm going to start from the scratch so you can learn it, and then you can repeat the same task by your own. All right. So first thing first, I'm going to create KPIs. Okay. So KPIs, as we have learned, like we have measure values and measure names. Okay. These two you bring on this canvas, and when you bring that, okay, I got this way. Now maybe I want to show the KPIs on a row. I can swap it, and I got this way. Now what are things I need to have? Look, these datas are different. So this is like different. The underlying data is a different, pertains to Europe, but now I have my US data. So this is my US data. So then it doesn't matter. Basically, the idea is to create similar kind of dashboard, and let data be different, but then we are going to create the similar sort of analysis and dashboard. Okay, so now what all things I need? I need sales profit and profit ratios, profit per order, sales per customer, discount, quantity. So I think I have here sales, quantity, profit ratio, profit, discount I have, but I don't have profit per order and sales per customers. I think only these two are missing, rest all I have. And these are like count of migrate day and this number of records. These are like not, I don't want that. So what I can do, I can just, filter them out. So I can just remove this number of records and count of migrated data, etc., and hit apply. Now I have my this, and when you want to bring them in a particular order, maybe I want sales to be first, I can just drag it and I bring sales first. Then I want to bring my profit. Okay, then I can bring similar to that. I will get my profit, and then I want to get my profit ratio, and then I want to get profit per order. Okay, so profit per order is not available. So let us create a calculated field, profit per order. To get the profit per order, so this is my profit. I have my profit field here, and per order. That means profit. mm, I will divide the profit by uh, order ID. This order ID is my each transactions. So when I divide that, all my profit by a particular order, total of number of orders, so that way I can get profit per order. So I'll bring that just next to here, and profit per order. Yeah, and I got 57. Okay, so where I want profit after profit ratio, I want profit per order, so I can just drag it similarly and I can bring it here. Okay, and then we have like sales per customers. Okay, so sales per customers, I can also, that information is not available, so I'll create a calculated ID, sales sales per customer. So first I will take the sum of sales divided by count T, and I can take number of um, well, I have customer's name. Yeah, so that customer's name is for each individual customers, I'll count them and then I'll divide total of my sales value by total number of individual customers, unique name, unique customers. Okay, that way I can get sales per customers. Okay, and then I'll bring that also into here, and I'll bring that next to profit per order, and then I have my discount and then quantity. All right, now it looks good. Uh, Maybe little bit adjustment here. So yeah, to bring everything on the one single row. So now I got this. Now I'll be using this page on my dashboard. I'll give a name. Maybe I can give a name to this page in this worksheet, and I'll give a let's say KPI. Okay, I'm just giving a KPI to for my own understanding, though it doesn't make any difference whatever name you keep, because that's not going to show on your dashboard. Well, the first sheet I have completed. Now let me create a this one geomap. So to get this geomap, okay, so I'll create another worksheet. Okay, and here I'm going to create geomap, and there what I'm going to show, profit ratio, right? So first thing first, how to create geomap, we need to have location, right? And I'll bring that, just I'll drag this country on this canvas and see what it does. Okay, so I just got one single bubble or circle. The reason being, I just got one country in my data. Like I said, this is the different data from what you are showing on to another dashboard. But anyway, that is not that doesn't restrict us. Our only purpose to create a similar dashboard. So what I'll do, go to the next step, which is my state. So here I'm looking at now this I'm looking at each of the states from United States. Now I have to show my profit ratios, and the profit ratios here that I can bring on the color. Okay, now that, and maybe I can bring that state name. If you want a state name on the map, so I can you can bring on the label. If you also want to get the numerical part of profit ratio on this along with the state name, that again you can bring that profit ratio on the label again. That way you can also look at how much number, how much percentage they are contributing to my overall profit. So this is my profit ratio, and profit ratio again was a calculated field. Let me show you how the what is the formula. It is says total sum of profit divided by total sum of sales. So out of your total sales, how much actually you are making as a profit in terms of percentage. Okay, so I made, let's say, 100, I make a sales of $100, and out of $100, $24 was my profit. So in terms of percentage, it's 24%. So that's what the meaning of profit ratio. And now, okay, so this chart is ready. So basically the color, if you look at the color here, color divergence, this colors towards negative side, we have amber colors. So this amber color are towards negative side. As and when it start diluting and start going towards gray and light blue, then the profitability increases. As and when it reaches to dark blue, here dark towards dark blue, we have the highest profit ratios. So this place we have the highest profit ratios, this place we have the highest profit. So using that color code, you can also figure out where you have the highest percentage ratio without even looking at the numbers, right? And if you come here, this see in terms of percentage 33%, right? Here the amber color, the towards this gray, brown color or amber colors, you can see all numbers are in negative. If you want to format that number, instead of negative, you want to um, create a parenthesis for the negative number. That's how people in financials domain, they show their numbers. They don't like to have this negative, but they show negative by parenthesis. So I can also do that. So that we can do by some formatting here. So that profit ratios, whatever we have here, I'll go here and I'll click format, and here, so this is my automatic way. Here, let me go to custom, and yeah, what I'll do, I'll just create here one like this, and 0.0%. Yeah, yeah, there you go. You got it. So we just have to bring the semicolon. So one format, if it is a positive, then this format will come. If it is a negative, then this format will come. Okay. So that's it. So you see that in negative, I am getting in parenthesis now, and positive, I am getting as it is. Okay. So parenthesis, you can understand, that is a way, that is a way of doing, especially by the financial folks. So especially in accounting and all, that's how they like to show the numbers. Okay. So yeah. So this page is ready now. Now I have to create profit ratios by city. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll create another sheet, and let me give a name to sheet 3. Let's give a meaningful name, profit ratio by states. Okay, now I'm going to bring that city on the rows. I'm going to create a bar chart, a beautiful bar chart for all of my cities, and I got my cities. Now profit ratios, I'll bring this on the column. Now I got this, I'll make it a descending order. So these are like where you have the negative profit ratios. Okay, since we have negative to positive profit ratios, and then profit ratio also you can bring on the colors, maybe to represent how it looks like. So towards the negative side you will get this one, and towards the positive side you will get these colors. Okay, so this is my profit ratio by city, and yeah, so three things, three pages I have built. Now let us see what else they need. I need okay, I'm going to create the next view is my monthly sales by product categories. Okay, and by state provinces. So this state provinces is like in order to select from this map. So let us do that. So yeah, okay. So I'm going to create for all of my products the area chart. Okay, so I have my product here. I'll bring that on the rows, and what I'll do, I'm also going to look at the sales. Now I'm also going to look at that order date. Order date. Okay, so this is my line chart. Now I don't want line chart. Maybe I want to go with the area chart. Okay, now this area chart, it's so far just like, since I don't have multiple item, as you know, like line chart is, area chart is better only when you have something multiple members to compare them together. Otherwise, when you just have one item, so line chart is always better. I'm keeping line for now, but now I have to bring my profitability, whether my orders were making profit or not. So there I created one formula called profit table. Okay, I don't have here. So maybe I can create one calculated field and profit table or not. So let us see, if my sum of profit greater than 0, then I'm going to call it as a profit table, else not profitable. Okay, and that I'm going to bring on the color. So this is my um, measures. So well, when I'll bring that, I think this won't provide me the way I want. Okay, but let's change this to, okay, so it's not, it's just giving me only profitable. Why? Because there is some issues. It's coming in inside the measures. There is some issues. I should probably use that LOD. Yeah. Now let me bring that here. Let me check what was the logic when I use this here. Profit order profitable. I think this logic was same. Okay, okay, they are looking at order label or at order ID label, at each single order ID label. All right. Um, and maybe this also will work with specifically when I remove that. Uh, but then I don't need this LODs then. And when I hit apply, okay, see, I'm getting that correctly now here. When I'll change this to area, now that way I'm getting my not profitable and profitable. Okay, so you can see in furniture, most of my like quite of many of my sales were not profitable, but that is a very least case in case of technology here. Okay, now this people have done differently. I have done it differently, but then let me try to do their way and see if it makes any difference. Um, so I'm just going to use that. What I'm going to use, and when you want to make some of your formula, sometime you want to, you know, just make it inactive. You want to comment it out. That means they will not, this formula will not execute. Now, what I'm writing the next here, that will execute. So I'm going to fix that order ID, and then I'm going to look at sum of profit if greater than 0. Okay, well, this will give me true or false. Okay, now it's absolutely giving me the same things. There was no difference, right? So what I had, even if looking at this trend, I could not see any major difference. It's almost same. Well, so I can turn back to my old one. Even if I turn back to new one, I could not see any difference. Both formulas are giving me same result. Only the color difference are there. So for example, let us look at, okay, 2018 here, the false, that means non-profitable. Non-profitable part was 50,000. Okay, now let me change back to the my things, 2018, and I should bring the profit here to get this. I don't have profit number here. Once I'll bring that on the tooltips. Anyway, so either way that we can write the formula using the LODs or without using LODs, almost it's giving the similar things. Okay, so that way we have got our profitable, non-profitable, and if you want to change the colors from here, like let's say you want to highlight that non-profitable by red colors and profitable, let it be blue, that's okay. That we can do it from here. Okay, so now we got our profitable, non-profitables by categories across the years, and I can name it as a mm, category sales trend by profit or not. Okay, so that will change anyway later. That's not going to be our header. Just for our understanding, I have just given any name. So, okay, so I have got this, and now the fourth one, I'm going to duplicate this. So I can duplicate from here or from here. Either way, I can do that duplicate. Why I did, because the last view, which on the overview, this view, instead of categories, I have to use segments. So I'm just going to bring that segment, and I'll bring that segment and I'll replace it on top of categories. And maybe, okay, I'll remove that. So yeah, so that way also I got my similar information. Okay, yeah, segment cells. Okay, now what else? Now I have got all the 1, 2, 3 and the tooltips 4 and 1 is 5. So I got total 5 sheets, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. These 5 sheets, now I'm going to use the 5 sheets and I'm going to create a dashboard. Okay, that would be your final dashboard. on the dashboard, I'll be using all these five together. So here is our dashboard. So I'll click the dashboard now. Okay. Now on the dashboard, first thing like I have to show uh, KPIs. First thing I have to bring a title. Let me first bring here KPI. Those things I will do later. And here, as you can see, that there are borders coming around to near to the number. When I want to change the border, okay, I can go to sheets. So the blue color that you are seeing, nothing but this is the container. Okay, by default, when you bring any sheets on the dashboard, Tableau will creates a container for you, and everything will be in this container. So the purpose of container is to tiled your all objects, whatever you are using inside. Okay, so you can see here something is called tiled and floating. When you have floating, that means it can float around. You can move anywhere here and there. So let's say for if I do floating, so when I do floating and I bring anything on this, okay, so I can move it anywhere, right? If I bring it, leave it here, and then again, still I can move it here, I can move it here, anywhere, because it's a floating. Okay, so I can keep as per my desire. But the disadvantage of floating, when especially when you publish this dashboard to server, then you are not sure about this positions. The position sometimes changes a little bit here and there. It doesn't comes appropriately. But when things are inside a container, it goes as per your specified the area. Wherever you have put it, it will always stick to that place and it won't move around. But floating is like sometime it doesn't work as per our requirement. The way we have done it on our local workbook, it may not come same way on the server when you publish. So when you are publishing over server, always ensure that you have tiled everything and then it will come appropriately. Using the container, like we have learned, we can also do some sheet swapping. So we can swap the sheets. So all those benefit of containers are there. So yeah, for now, I wanted to go to this sheet. So when I select this, I am selecting a sheet. When you double click here, you are selecting the container, so entire container. So in the container, what all option you have? Remove container, deselect, remove from the dashboard, etc. But when you click again back on the sheet, the gray color border is showing that you have selected your sheet. And when you double click, the blue color boundary showing, see inside the blue color we have gray color also. The gray color is for the sheet, the blue color is for the container. Okay. Now I'm going to the sheet, go to sheets, and I want to format here. So this boundary. So how you can do any formatting? See, whenever you want to do any formatting, just select the objects where you want to do formatting. Okay. I am selecting this and I select the format. So now I'm here. So there are in the formatting, there are multiple options. You want to change the font, etc. So you can go to font. When you want to do some alignment, adjustment, etc. like left aligns, right align, central align. So you have alignment. When you want to play with shading, like colors, background colors, etc. you can go to shadings. And when you want to, play around with the borders. So this right now we have to deal with the borders. So I can click the borders. Okay. And now we have three things under formatting: sheet, rows, and columns. So now we are not looking at the sheet border. We are looking at this rows border. So because this is my rows, right? So I can go to rows, and here row divider, you see here row divider. So this is nothing but this is my row divider. What I'll do, select the pane and select none. Okay, now it's gone. Now there is no border around my data. And when you have a vertical uh, borders around, then you can come to columns, and from here, so see, already there is nothing on the column divider. So if something would be there, probably like this, so you see the vertical, that is nothing but your column divider. So I can select none. I don't want anything like that. Okay, now what I want to increase the font size of this measure name. Okay, so this is my measure values. Mm, I want to increase the font size of the measure name. Okay, this is my header, and here I'll go here and I'll increase the, see, I'm only increasing the header. So this is my header, not pane. So header, I am increasing the font size. So I've taken 12 and I'm going to take black, let it be black. So here, or maybe, yeah, so 12 is the, my, this thing, my header. Okay. And now the numbers, as you can see, they are right aligned. They are not coming to centers. So what I can do, I can choose the number and I can again go to format, and here I can come to alignment, and here what I can do, I can go to the rows, and here probably I can make it center. Okay, so maybe I can go to sheet if it is not happening here. Uh-oh. Okay, so that is actually your sheets are changing now. Columns, measure value format. I think these are my values. So I'll go to this one, or maybe what I can do, I can align this only. So header instead of center, let me show and I can see like what I have been selected. I have been selected measure values, and the measure values I'll take, yeah, perfect. So on the pane measure value I selected and I choose center aligned, and now it's coming on the center. Now here I can also increase the font size of this. Let me make 12. Let me make bold. Let me make it more black or something. Or maybe if you want to change the color or something, blue or whatever. Maybe blue doesn't looks good here. Blue, on the blue background, white looks good. So we are not going to do a lot of coloring and etc. I'm going to take uh, black itself. Okay, so that is my KPI things. On my dashboard, so what I'll do, I'll just go here, fit entire view. Okay, so this looks like this, but then that is okay. Now what I'll do, I'm going to, that will be my top KPIs box. Now I'm going to put that uh, three sheets like this. So one I'm going to put map, because map has a biggest area, so I'm going to put that on my left side, and on the right side two back to back. So let us see that map, geo map. This is my geomap. Well, that is floating. Let me switch back to tiled. Okay. Here I am getting one container for this legends. I'll remove this for now. We'll deal with this later. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to first, yeah. So as you can see, everything is coming on the same page. And yeah, what I'm going to do next, I'm going to bring the other two pages, which are my, this is my tooltips, I believe. Okay, so this is my category sales. I'll bring that category sales here next to my geomap. Okay, and another one segment wise, I'll bring here. Now, let me remove that. I'll come to this later. Okay, now I got all my three pages, and from here, if you want to change your size of your dashboard, maybe the height is quite big for me. I'll change it to 700. So everything's I can see on the same page. Now I have to work on the title, etc. So this is my US, all the state in US. This is my dashboard. Now I have to do some formatting here. So to make it beautiful, to look it's make it looks beautiful. So one thing what I can do, I'm going to just do some edit axis. I want to remove that cells. There's something called cells. So I mean, since I'm going to define that on the title of this page itself, so I think that way it will be fine. So let me go to this page, edit axis. Here, I'm just going to remove that title. I don't want to, and I'm going to remove the zero also. When I remove zero, so this way I'm not getting the profit number. So let me turn this to, let me get this LOD's formula back. And let me define it. If this, if it is true, then profitable, else not profitable. Okay, now condition is valid, and I'll apply this. Okay, now I'll do one more thing. I'm just going to inactive that, and I'm going to do only this area, and let's see if I'm going to get the value or not. Well, all are giving the same results. So So whenever you do any adjustment, your color get changed, that we have to bring our colors things back to whatever that colors we have defined for profitable, non-profitable. So non-profitable is okay, for profitable it change has to yellow color, so I bring it back and okay. Okay, so this is good. So I'm not able to see that the title of the axis, and this one maybe what I can do, I can hide it. So let me go back to sheet itself, and this one, the category, I can hide field labels. This label I don't want, I have hide it. Now come to dashboard 1. So this is more little, and this also I'll add the axis, and I'll remove that year of order date, etc. So maybe I can go to sheet here, and here I can remove this. I'll do added axis, and I'll remove that also. I don't want to keep any title because it's self-explanatory. This is the years, so I don't have to specify them. It is a year or whatever. So that is like user can understand whatever it is. And maybe this formatting I can, if or let it be, that's okay. I think this into absolute numbers. So yeah, and then so it says monthly sales by product categories. Monthly, let me give the same title here. Added title. So it's coming by the sheet name, but then I can define monthly sales by product category. Okay, and I can copy the same, and I can come here. First, let me go to the sheet and do all the formatting here. Here I am actually going to edit the title for this one, monthly sales by product segment. Okay, and here also I'm going to do certain same formatting. I'll clear this edit axis, and I'll clear the sorry title by doing edit axis. Yeah, I'll just remove the 0. I don't want that. I remove that sales title. Now it's starting by 10,000, and I'll also clear this guy. Okay, so this looks good. Now what else things, yeah, so here maybe if I want to bring that name of this dashboard, so I have to go here, my sheet, and I can just copy this name if I want to get the same things. The state provisions is nothing but this the actions, which I'll come to this later. So I'll just provide this, edit title, and I'll just clear the sheet name. I'll put this. Okay, and here I don't need this title, etc. I am just going to hide the title. Okay, um, so yeah, so that way it gives me my like all these all the 4 pages together. Now there are some actions that we have built around actions, so that when you choose any of your country, that all data get filtered for that particular locations. So now we are going to use the actions. As we have learned, using action we can make our dashboard interactive. So now I'm going to create some actions here, and I'm going to create the first action, which is filter, and I'm going to take which one? I'm going to take my countries. So profit ratio by state. Profit ratios by state is my this one geomap, and that's this one I'm going to apply on all the target sheets. So source sheets I have chosen this country map, geomap, and target sheets, which I'm going to use all the three. Okay, and run action on select. So when user select any state, then only it will run and it will show all values. So yeah, all fields, just let it be as it is. That's it. Maybe I can give a name to this filter. Um, geomap filter. Yeah. So now that action has been intact on this page. So let's see if I choose like Montana. Let's see what happened. Things are changing or not. Yeah, it's executing. So I can see it should change. Yeah, yeah, I can see the value has been changed for this particular area. When you want to, yeah, so when you want to get out of this filter, just click escape or click outside this map, it will filter out. When you want to look at this area where you have negative, profitability, then you can see like the red colors, the non-profitabilities are so much, right? Across all these three products. That's the reason you are in losses. And you can look at the profit ratios. You can look at the profit, total profit is negative, and you can look at the discount you have given 37%, which is like more than your average discount on your entire sales, right? So that's another reason of why you are, getting negative profit. Okay, so that way we have make it interactive. Now I want to bring some more, what to say, some filters. So those filtering things, I'm going to create some space for that. So I think if you look at, so always you should try to learn how to optimize the white space. So as I can see, my geo map is doesn't require this much space. Okay, already we have like lots of free space on this geo map. This already has been taken the entire space, and here we don't have scope of providing more space here. So why not we can use that on this area. So let me bring one more, that yeah, one objects, container objects here. Maybe that object I can. Here I'm going to put the filters. So, or maybe you can put filter into one column also, however you want. So what all filters we need? We need categories filter. So, okay, so category filter, I think from here we can get. So I'm going to get the filters for category first. Okay, it has come to here. So here, if you want to change, see there are many options that you can change this style of the filter. So style of showing the filter. So by now it is showing multiple value list like this. If you want to have multiple drop down, you can do like that. So now drop down you have, and now in the drop down you'll get all those three. And when you want to create a apply all button, you can check this here. So in this case, what will happen whenever you uncheck or do anything, this won't execute immediately on the view unless you hit the apply. So in that way, you ensure that you have selected all the required members at a time, and then you are going to hit the apply. So if you have a lot of member ID, and then probably a user want to have something called apply button, so you can bring that apply button from here. Customize. Well, and if you have less number of member ID, probably if you want to go with single value drop down, so I'm going with the single value drop down. So at a time only one I think I can select. Okay, now Now, so this filters only being applicable to this particular sheet. Now I can apply this to on entire dashboard. How I can do that? So here I have option like apply to worksheet, come to the selected worksheet here, or here you have option like all using related data source. So if you select that, automatically all sheets will get, the filter will apply to all the places wherever this data source being used, but and all using this data source or selected worksheet. So I think selected worksheet is the right one. I'm going and I'm checking all on dashboard. Okay, so this way I'm ensuring that this filter will be applied only on the sheet which are on my current dashboard. And if there are any sheets which you think the filter should not apply, you can uncheck like this. Okay, well, but for now this is good for me. I'm just clicking OK. Now if I change anything here, I can get values only for that particular, you know, only for that particular furniture. So now I'm getting this furniture's value. So see that country map or for KPIs, etc. Everything will change. Yeah, everything is changing now. Now what other things I have to bring? So using that drop down, actually we are saving the space because if I have multiple values showing all the time, then it will be occupying more space. Now I have to bring the reasons here. Now to bring that reasons, I think that we have on this page itself. I'll go to filter and oh, I don't have reason here. So reason is not available. So for that, I have not used reason in any of this KPIs. So first I have to use reason somewhere. At least I have to use reason somewhere in at least one of the sheet, and I can bring reason. I can take all, and that's it. Okay. Now I'll come to my dashboard, and since I have I have put the reason into filter shelf of this KPI page. So on this here, I'll bring that reasons. Now I have this reason here. So reason is like also coming like this. I can choose the reason as a single drop down. So now it's applying only on the KPIs for now. But what I'll do, I'll apply this to all the sheets. Apply to all the pages, all on the dashboard. Okay. So now if I choose any location, central, see your all data got filtered for central now. When I do east, all data will get filtered for east. Everything is changing. Okay. Now, what others filter I need? I need order date. So order date, I can bring it right from here. I have used order date here. So I have like year of order date. Okay. So year of order date. Okay. Instead, if you want to just have number of years, so maybe what I can do, first thing I'll select relevant data and one thing, one second. If I can make it, okay. So what I can make it here, I can change this to this year. So this is, I'm turning this to as a dimensions. So I'll be getting like this, all 4 years. If I want to do like that. Now this will change and I can change it now since it's now dimensions. So let me remove that and bring it back again. So year of order date, let me see. Yeah, now it's coming like that. Now again, this also I'll choose as a drop down. I can just click at the year, region, country, and you can select whatever years that you want. I'll clear this filter so you'll have all data point. Now for this also I'm going to apply this on the all the sheets. Selected all the sheets, apply all the on the dashboard and OK. So now it will work everywhere. And then profit ratios legends I want. Um, yeah, so let me bring that. Maybe I can just bring that legends right from here. Okay, first thing I have to select some sheet. Um, I can bring this also, and I can bring from profitability legends here, profit ratios. Well, what I can do, I don't need the title of this. I'll remove the title and this title also. No, that I think let the title be so that user can understand. So I think if I can go to the floating, and I'll just take this out and I'll keep this here for now, and let me optimize this space. So this is my container. In that container, I have everything like this now. So maybe what I can do on this space, I can bring it right here. Or wherever you feel would be more appropriate. Mm, or well, one second. What I'm going to do, I'm going to occupy this range, and what I'm going to do here, arrange item single row. Okay, and that way I don't need this title. And now I'll just bring it a little down here. Okay, and here I'll go to I'll do some shading, background shading for this one, because this is sort of more colors. I'll go to more colors. I'll take some light background colors like this. Let me see. Reduce the opacities. So now it looks okay. Or maybe here background. Okay, I'll just take 11%. I just wanted to put them into different colors, etc. So it looks little different. So I just use that. Okay, so this is my KPI box, and this is my top level KPIs, and this is my different visualization chart. Okay, so if I want to make some more changes here, so for example, I want to change, I want to make it bold. I want to use some different colors. Let me use this color, see how it looks. Yeah, I think this looks better than black because my KPIs were also in the black colors and title was also in the black colors. I changed this title now, title of the dashboard, and let me do some more beautifications if I can. Since you know what, since I'm using everything by using the measures name and field, but then there are, if I want to create every single KPIs into a separate box, that was also again a separate style of doing, especially that makes sense when you are going to show a lot of figures for each of the KPIs. So for example, you want to also show variance for last year to this year's, etc., YTD variance, etc. Then we can create a KPI boxes and we can put everything inside the boxes. And we can also provide some color shading, etc. So those things we'll see into different dashboard. But for now, I think this is good. Any other input or comments? And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to publish this into server. So I'm going to connect this. Okay, I'm getting error because the datas are not into extract mode. I have to take data into extract mode and then only I can do that. Okay. I'm publishing now to server and let me call it as a So, yep, it has been published now, and I can see the dashboard here. So I can see the executive overview profitability, and I can see all the numbers, you know, all the top KPIs number. I can look at the monthly sales by product category trained, monthly sales by product segment trained, etc. on this GeoMap. Actually, still it's loading, or yeah. So my entire dashboard is presenting on the server. So user can use this dashboard. One more thing I can see here that it is cutting off. It should not be here. Ideally, my all name and definition should clearly show on this dashboard. So that is not something right. Let me fix that. So maybe it's because the size of the font is a little bigger. So what I can do, I can just reduce the size a little bit. So to reduce the size, maybe I can just select here, again go to format, and again I have taken 12, maybe I can take 11. Still uh, it's cutting off a little bit, maybe some sort of adjustment here. So let me fit width. Okay, no, still that is not working. I can increase the, not height, but then width a little bit. Yeah, sales of our customer, now it's coming. So yeah, I can save this and I can publish this once again. I'm going to override this. So it says, are you sure you want to override this? I said yes. So yeah, it is, I think now it should come properly. Let's see. Yeah, it's coming right. So well, that is our um, dashboard. So you can see that here. Now it looks good. You want to do full screen on the page itself. Here we have way to make it full screen. So you can look at this dashboard and you can play around this dashboard. Let's see, I want to look by GeoMap. So I can filter my entire data and everything should filtered for this location. Yeah, things are changing for any market you can see. So when you want to get rid of this, you just select outside, or you can press escape and you'll get rid of this filter things. Again, here we have like our that filters. So I can choose, I can filter again by categories or regions or years, you know, and I can look at this data. So how these things are actually. Now I'm looking at furniture into central, and now I'm looking into 2019. So yeah, so that way, like, however, you want to narrow down your view, you can do that and you can look at your data. Okay, so top is my KPIs, like the high level numbers that I want to look at. And then when I look at the granular level data, I can still look into the other three pages where I can figure out all those important informations. So yeah, that is my first pages. Let me quickly build another pages. So here we have completed this. Now I'm going for the product. Now we just learn through how to create this sales overview, or profit overview, profitability. From the profitability angle, we did everything on this page. Now when I want to look at the product wise analysis, so this is the page which has been built. So here on this page, we have a tabular data. So on the tabular data, this is the highlight table. So the colors, like you're seeing, this is nothing but just like a conditional formatting things, where the numbers, high numbers have dark blue, and the least smallest number has light blue colors. That you can see at the colors divergence, color legends also. And then this chart is basically, you know, it is actually showing this bubble, and for each of this sales and profit by each of the product. So you are basically looking at, let me take you through this. So here, what basically you're looking at for each of the across the category and subcategories, and across the segment, you are looking at each of your product name, sales performance. So you can look at the each of your bubble is nothing but one of your product. Okay, and the reference line, the vertical line that you are looking at here, that vertical line is your reference line, and I think this is giving median values. Yeah, so this is your median values on this particular chairs, furniture chair, across the furniture and chairs or whatever that product you have for the chairs. What is the median sales value? So that median sales value I have showing by this bar, which is like 662. If you want to look at the average, that you can change this reference by average, or median, mode, whatever that you want, and each of the circles representing my all my products. So I can also look at my outlier. So if this is the outlier in case of bookcases, if I have outliers, or if my all the products are very closely packed together, so all those things I can look at, and I can look at the median sales value across my categories, subcategories, and the segment. So basically, I'm looking at the sales and profit by product names. So we have like filter like reasons. So I can just go through any of the reasons and yeah, so only that reason filter is here. That's it. Now let me quickly build. And here on this first table, one more thing interesting for here. So if I can go to sheet, like usually we have seen like date field, that date is the one field which you can turn to dimensions or turn to continuous. Both way you can do that. All other dimensions like your categorical qualitative dimensions like category subcategory you cannot turn into continuous. Date is the only dimension which you can turn to continuous or discrete, both way. So here date is discrete, and now you have just month, so it is only giving you the monthly value. And then we have like year value. So date we have to use twice. One, the columns wise we have taken the month, and the row wise we have taken years. So this way I can look at each of my data point across the year and month, and that you have to, if you want to look at 2019 December, you have to go 2019 and then you look at December. So this is your 2019 December. Okay, that way, that is another use cases of bringing that into your discrete format. Change your date to discrete, and then look your numbers like this. Okay, so let me build this view quickly, and I'm going to create product drill down, and this page called product drill down, and in that page I'm going to create sales by product categories, and then I'm going to create a bubble chart for sales and profit by product names. All right, so first thing I'm going to create a new sheet. Here I'm going to create okay, so let me quickly come here and let me go to my product. I'm bringing my category and subcategory in the row cell. Okay, now I have to bring sorry, order of date, I'll bring it here. And this I got yearly sales. Now um, same thing I'll bring on this for the column, and this from the year I'll take month. Okay, and now let me bring my sales, and let me bring sales to text. I got a sales value, and I want to change this to text. I'll check this, I'll convert to this. Now I got my the conditional formatting style of my cells. So basically let me remove that. um, well, just a second. What I'll do, I'll come to here. Yeah, perfect. So this way I'm looking at categories and subcategories, and then years into each of these categories, and then on the top, the vertical column, I have the month, all the months, and then I can look at the month and the year combination together, and I can look at in across any category, subcategories, what is the value. Okay, and the colors represent the dark colors represent the highest value. Like for example, here I can see the highest value I have 16,000, 11,000, etc. And yeah, so likewise I can identify where I have good value. So here I can see like 22,000, 25,000, 21,000 are all highest value. So I got my first view. Now, what is my second view? My second view is create a sales and profit by product names. Okay, so basically it's categories, subcategories, and segment that we are using for sales. So I'll create another sheet. So I'll bring that category and subcategory, and I'll also bring the segment. Okay, and I'll bring that sales value. I'll expand this to, okay, so now I want this for each of my product names. So I see on the details they have used product name. Why? Because they want to look at each single product visualization. So when I'll bring that each single product, so that is my product name. I I have product name field somewhere here. So let us see if, where is that? Yeah, I have the product name here. So I'll bring the product name into detail. When I bring to detail, now each of my single product is coming like this. Okay, and then also I want to look at the profitability, sum of profit. I'll bring into details and I'll bring that profit ratio into colors. And now this is looks like a giant chart. But now if I want to change to circle, maybe I can change to circle. So now this way I am looking at the circle. I want to change this. If I want to change this and bring the same colors like what they have. So look at this colors here, and they have used, you know, red, black, diverging, and they have, limit the negative side. They have limit to negative 0.5%. So that's the reason we don't have limit. If you look at our data, I think we have all the negative numbers. So the negative number is starting from 275. So if you want to limit that, go to advanced and start, and here instead of that I can choose negative 0.5. Okay, and it's going to positive 5. So when I do that, now this looks more cleaner. Okay, so this looks from negative 50 to positive 50%, and I got similar graph. So now I'm looking at each of my product and their profits, and I'm also looking at the sales numbers. So I have sales, I have profit, the profit ratios, etc. for each of the product. And look at the tooltips. My product names are changing because for each bubbles represent a different product. Okay, and all the three segment I can bifurcate my data into three segment and two category and subcategories. So I can look at the any granular level informations, and I can see that. And now if I have to get the median, so if I have to look at, hey, what is the median sales for any category, subcategories, and across the segment? So what is the median sales? So if I have to, so I can add a reference line here. Now I will go by per pen, because per pen, that means for each single line I am getting this. If I would have per cells, and if I would have per pen, that means across this all, you know category, I'm getting one single average line. But if you want to get each single line, so you can select per cells, and now for each cells you are getting this. And here I can select none, so that average things will gone back. And you can choose like what colors you want. If you want as a black color, okay, now this is turns to a black color. If you want to choose some little light black colors, you can choose like whatever you want. I think this one looks good, or this one, whatever you feel like is appropriate, you can select that. Okay, now so this is my median sales on this whole line. So I can see, hey, this is my median sales. And if you hover over go to median, you can look at this is my average actually. So average is good. If you want, if you go to edit, if you don't want average, you can change to median or some. Okay, here I have median, maximum, minimum, whatever you feel like. So let's keep average only. I think average is making more sense to me. Well, so that way I can, I can see that. So median is appropriate, especially when you have lots of outlier in your data, because when you have lots of outlier and or maybe if you have uh, minimum outliers, but the outliers has a very huge irrational data that holds a huge numbers. So what will happen? It will skew your average towards them, and your average doesn't represent the actuals value whatever it has. In that kind of situation, you should go by median. The median will not disturb by outliers. Okay, so the outlier will not impact because this is the outlier. So here it has like a very high sales value. But if you look at the majority of your data point, majority of product, here they are into a certain narrow band. But because of this guy, your average will impact severely, right? So let me show how your average looks and how your median looks. So in that kind of outlier situations, you should go with the median. So when I go to average, see average increases, right? Because of these outliers. Okay. But then when I go to medians, I will get the lesser median because the median will not get impacted much by these outliers, right? So yeah, so to get rid of this outlier situations, usually people always uh, manipulate by telling you average numbers. They never gives you median because there are a lot of outlier in the data, and that outliers make their number very handsome by saying, hey, we are the average growth is this much percent, but because of some particular outliers in their product, that average number may be looking good, but actually they are not. Indeed, they are not good. The majority of data average are different, but because of this couple of outliers, you have a different number. So that case, you can use median. So yeah, so that view, I think we have built this two view. Now this using this two view, I'm going to create dashboard called um, sales and profit by product name. So I will give a name. I'll just copy this name right from here, whatever I have. And the name of this one is sales by product category. Okay, I'll create a new worksheet. Okay, now I'm going to bring this two page together, sheet 7 and sheet 8. So first sheet 7, okay, and now under this I'm going to bring the sheet 8. Okay, what I'll do, okay, um, I'll just do a minus here, so that will only at the category level I'm looking at this number. Maybe if you want to show the whole numbers, you can bring that entire view. So yeah, all your numbers fit into your one single page. And maybe what I can do further, so this name of the month, I have all this month, so maybe I can do format here, and I'll go to here. So let me first letter. No, I don't want first. I don't want this. I don't. Okay. Um, I don't have here custom options as such. Hmm. So maybe what I can do, I can actually create a calculated field, and here I'll quickly do that for you. So I'm going to take date, name, formula, and here I'm going to take month of this name, and the month will come like Jan, Feb, March as it is. And I'm going to take order date. I'm going to bring name from the order date, and now I'm going to take um, put them inside the parentheses, and I'm going to take left 3 characters, and this will be my whole string, and I'll take 3 characters from here, and yeah, that's it. What is the issue? Maybe you're missing an operator, so I got this here. Okay, I don't need this left here. Now this looks good. This I got month name, and I'll bring this here. Now this I can bring it right here. Now I'll just remove it here. Remove this month name things. Okay. Now I'll come to dashboard 2. Okay, so I can see, and still the one more thing what I can do here, um, especially this one, I can edit this year of order. So format, let me just see if I can. Okay, it's not giving me option to change the title of this year of order. For that, if I want to do that, maybe I can go to create calculate field, and here I can just put year, and here I can just take year of order date, and that's it. That will give me all the same field here. Now I can bring that field right here, and I'll just remove it, and go to I'll go to discrete. I'll go to, well, I'll go to change it to dimensions, and again I'll put it to discrete. Yeah, I got the same way. Yeah, so um, yeah, I got rid of this problem. Now I just have year, okay, and I have this month value. Now I can see all my data's fitting into this page. This style, I can hide this field label. I don't want this, okay, and the category year, month, etc. And then the bottom, I have got my sales profit by product names, how they are showing on this page. Okay, so this looks perfect. I have 3 segment here. Now the time is to apply this filter things. Well, when you do some click here, okay, I think the bottom part will filter according to the Jan 2016 data. Yeah, look at that. It's, there is an action involved from this page to this page. So I'm going to build the action here. So what I'm going to do that, I'm going to bring the actions, create actions, and this actions will, you know, so we are in the last moment from sheet 8 to sheet 7 to sheet 8. So target is source is sheet 7 and the target sheet 8, and that's it. Select and so all values, that's it, and let it be filter 1. I don't care about the name for now. Okay, so we have done that. Now let me select this and see if it works. Yep, it's working. It's working perfectly fine. Now I want to get this value at this month. Yeah, I can see that values being changing. Okay, now so far so good. So let me also bring that filter, etc. So this area I'm going to utilize for the filtering part. Well, I can just bring that. I'll make this as a float instead of fixed width. I'll make it as a float. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring one container right here, and I'll bring that container small. Okay, Now I'm going to use some blank on the, okay, I'm going to bring a blank, okay, and I put it on top of this container right here, what we already have. This container I'm going to press shift and I'm going to bring at the bottom. Okay, now I'll bring this right from here, from this edge. Okay, this looks good. Now I have to bring the reasons. So do I have reasons here? Let me check. Reasons. Okay, any of the sheet I can bring the reasons and it we will be good. So I'll just bring the reason here, reason, and I'll take all. I'll select all this part, apply, and OK. Come to my dashboard 2 here. Um, yeah, so select this sheet and the more options here. Go to filter, bring the reasons. Okay, when I bring that, now I have this right here. I can bring that, and if I want to put it on the top, I select here and I can move it here. See, it's going taking place right here. And now this is my reason, and if I want to select this area and I want to do some beautification things, again I can choose like however I want, because maybe more colors I can go with some light colors. Background color. Okay, this opacity maybe I'll just keep 8, 15. Yeah, 15 looks good. Same thing I will do for this, and I'll bring that opacity to 15. I'll pick this color and I'll change this to 15. Okay, so now all this I have a different colors here, and yeah, and this one, and I have to bring a title here, product drill down. So let me bring a text box, and I'm going to put it on the top, and I'm going to write my title of dashboard, product drill down. Okay, now I can do some formatting here. Maybe I can take 22, I can take bold, I can take choose colors, good colors. Okay, I can adjust as per my want. Okay, so yeah, so that's it. So I got this two page, dashboard 1 and dashboard 2. Okay, now there is an interactivity involved, and hold a second, I have to apply this to all the pages. So I'll just select only, I have two sheets, sheet 7 and 8, and these are the legends, so it doesn't matter. It's not a filter, just to show you what is the range and what is the color divergence. Okay, so that's it. And maybe what I can do, I have much of a space here. Space is not an issue. Maybe I can select multiple drop down, multiple, um, or leave it as it is. I think this is also good. Okay, so yeah, so now I'll publish this also, and publish this dashboard also to product overview. I'll share this link of my public profile. So in case if you want to download this dashboard and see like how this has done, you can uh, go through it. So
Are we done, Ritesh, or
yes,
still
yes.
how
No,
much
no.
time?
We are done. I'm just publishing this. So now I'm done with this today's session. So I'm if you have any questions, you can ask and go through it and then come back to me if you have any question, any doubt. So that's all for this sessions, guys. So if you have any questions, you please ask me and we'll wrap up.
Sure, Ritesh.
Yeah.
Sure, Ritesh, I'll go through the worksheet and get back.
Sure. All right. Makes sense. So I'll share this, this page with you guys. So yeah, thanks you guys for today's sessions. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries, Ritesh. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.